Okay. Fantastic. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. Getting some serious solid loopages there. I don't know what's going on tonight. I worked a 12-hour shift. I'm tired. I've had enough. But I need to show you guys some cool freaking Dungeons and Dragons maps by this guy, Sea Ranger. So I'm going to click over to the right monitor right now. I'm going to show you this guy. We're going to zoom in. Sea Ranger, 20 subscribers. He's done all of these maps. I don't know how he does them, but I think he builds basically the general template inside of like a Blender or something like that, and then pumps out these crazy cool maps. So we're going to hit this one here, and this is rank Hamar, something like that. This is the map that was at the end of my video. I started looking into it a little bit more to see what other stuff this guy had built, and there's just some wickedly cool stuff. Check this out. You got like motoring pieces. You can lever off and turn that off. There's a drawbridge over here. You can press the button and then lever action this across. The lava actually moves across. There's a vault door back here. See, this little secret door goes across this little channel. So the only way to get here is to activate the secret door. You know I'm putting some big bad somewhere. Vault door clicks open. Treasure room full of bars and jewels and coins. And a dead guy. There's a skeleton there. And that cool looking flaming torches. Some kind of shrine to some elemental god. That is wickedly cool. There's so many options. You can see the once again the empty pots moving one way and the full ones going this way. Man, how cool is that? That is freaking awesome. So that's one of them that you've already seen in one of the last videos. If we go to this here, the nursery. So this is another one that he's done. Now you can check these trees out, and they aren't really moving that much. You got a couple of little things falling off of this one, but the gist is that you need to go to download this wind controller, which I've already done. So if I go to my workshop, and it's this one here, it's called Box Fan. We're going to hit expand. We're going to dump this fan onto the scene, and we are going to basically turn this fan so that it points at what it doesn't really have to point, but let's crank the volume up, and now you can see that these trees are moving. So you got all of this foliage that you can access that is now basically moving, spinning around, doing its thing. Let's bust her out to like tornado level. Even the little cacti is having some fun here. You can see him moving around. Like, how cool is that? Obviously, that's quite powerful, so, you know, right click, we're going to hit, let's go. So this fan will provide a wind zone that will interact with other assets. Use the controls on the top of the fan to adjust the strength. Start, stop. Very cool. Let's turn the fan off. Right click, save object. And we are going to save it in the root folder. Save. Games. And let's go to the workshop and bust out Greenest. This is the next one that I wanted to see. Now, I've already seen it, of course, because I looked at these ahead of time, but this is freaking amazing. This is actually going to be the replacement for a town that I'm currently playing in one of my ICRPG games called New Haven. And man, this is just wickedly cool. All the trees are already moving, so he somehow set the wind factor for this table. I think if you go objects, saved objects, and I crank out the fan, and I just drop it on the table right here, I should be able to possibly control. Maybe? Nope, maybe they just move. Maybe they just do their thing. But look at this bad boy. You got all these trees and stuff moving in the background. They're actually moving a little too fast. I don't know what's going on here, but let's try and switch this direction around. Maybe we can slow them down somehow. Turn this fan on and move it down to 1. Oh, maybe I'm full power in that one. Unless there's another wind zone around here that I'm not quite sure where it's at that is overriding this. I don't know. But, oh no, they seem to have relaxed a little bit. So you got a chapel, you got a bunch of small buildings around, you got like a bit of a garrison over here. Even the frickin' water and the waterfall right here are all flowing. Where'd that waterfall go to? Right in between these trees here. Look at these things. They're all like going a gazillion miles an hour. The water flows off the map. This is fantastic, man. This is a crazy good map. I don't like that the trees are going a little bit too big. Probably drop the guy a line and say, hey, you know, maybe they need to calm down a little bit. Oh, there, they have, now that I'm looking at them. Or maybe not. Wickedly cool. A little farm over here. We growing some stuff. We got some vegetables. Oh, we do. We got some cabbages. Sprinkle a few people walking around. Drop in some chickens. Maybe put a goat, a sheep, some random stuff. And then, well, I guess with this garrison, kind of takes it out of the modern day sort of a deal. But that's not to say that this couldn't be an old relic or something like that. You could run a modern day game off this. Military siege or something. Swiss Alps during the summer. Some kind of little ski town at the base of the hill. Very cool. Very frickin' cool. All right, games, and we are going to the workshop. Let's check out the Raiders camp. I like pumping out fast videos because, you know, when they're super long, people have a tendency to not really watch them. So if I can keep these things down as short as possible, because, I mean, really, you've seen it. Here it is. Raiders camp. Right down at the end, you got yourself a little entranceway down here to go into some other area. The trees and the flowers all move. That's pretty sweet. There's wind being created from somewhere. Little leaves blowing off, but you got nice upper crest areas to get down from the top and bottom. Is this like, this is a little watchtower area. And what a great map to run some kind of a sweet-ass ambush on. And you'll notice that this guy has fixed this one here. Let's show you this. I'm just going to pull this out. Poof. So you can see underneath it, which is why those things are there. He's basically put up like a block so that you can't look underneath it because it looks goofy. It's just I think it's a byproduct of Blender or something like that. What a fantastic map that is. Objects. What else we got? We got the hatchery. See a couple of magic effects over here that are sort of shooting through there. Not quite sure. So this one has some controls built right onto the table. Lights off, lights on. So if we look at the map this way, let's turn the lights off. Oh, I turned them on. They're off. And they're on. And then this is going to makes the map untouchable. And then unlocks the map. I'm not quite sure what that is. Probably have to go read the descriptions and stuff to see what those do. But man, wicked map. Little shadows being cast on everything. There's the hatchery. We got down here a little foggy treasure room kind of a thing in the back. Nice little slime pit area where they must toss their dead. Their dead and their waste. That's great stuff, man. Great stuff. What is this? Dead guy shackled to the wall. Yeah, it's very cool. Fantastic freaking map. Little sleeping area. A lot of stuff going on here. These are easily fixable. This is the area that you would just basically drop those brown things in and just, you know, you can resize them. Objects, save objects. Let's scooch this out of the way and let's go to, what do we got here? We want to go to props and we are going to go to, let's try all terrain. Those are vehicles, rocks. Let's do a search. Right click, smash the search button, doodads, rivers, craters, hills, walkways, buildings. We don't want any of that stuff. Delete, tiles, right click, and we'll search through this. Wood tiles, we want dirt. Let's look at some dirt tiles. So we'll crack out a dirt tile. We're going to hit X on this and turn that. So when you take this thing and you hit F8 4 times, it's going to make it modular. Grab onto the little end when it lights up, and you can spread one end down there. Shoot the other one down there, and we're going to make it a little bit bigger. Like so. Right click, and we'll change the color to brown. Hit apply. And then we want to rotate this by about, oops, I think I've kind of got 2 vectors there. Yeah, we're going to have to fix that. Whoa! Oh man, it went right back in the bag. Okay, so we'll throw that there, get rid of these bags. And we want to put this right there. So, oops. You're not being very cooperative, mister. Lock it in place. That's what I say. Rotate. So this is going to be 270. And we want to set it at about 2. And then we just position it where we need it to be. And then this is how you're going to cover it up. So it should be there. It should be up a little bit. Like that. Maybe this is 290. And then just basically pop it where you need it to be just by scooching it up. As long as it's locked. Look, you got sort of one side I sort of cheaply did there. Of course I would fix that, but I would just copy and paste that down the other side to block this side off. And then before you know it, man, you got yourself like you can't see underneath it, which is kind of cool. It gets rid of all this weird goofy stuff. Now these tables are also... One of the neat things about them is these tables are you're easily able to put them into, I did not see this for some reason. Best played with low light settings and the Light Me mod to give the players, 3 buttons are included that control the bats. 3 buttons? I didn't see any buttons. Use the fog. 3 buttons. Oh. Get out of town. Oh man, get right out of town. All right, so there's bats 1. Turn those off. Are they in the same spot? That's all I want to know. Wow. And then what is this one? The gas remote. There's the gas. This is absolutely freaking mental. How cool that is. Absolutely freaking mental, man. I love this guy. Can you believe that? Click of a button and bam. Look at that. Turn off the gas. And it goes away. And that gets rid of the bats. Or maybe turns off the noises. Maybe they just eventually disappear when they go away. That is freaking crazy, man. That is crazy coolness. Alright. Sea Ranger. Let's go back to the old right monitor, and we're going to leave you with that. Right monitor. Sea Ranger. You can check this guy's videos out. Subscribe to him on YouTube. Check him out on Tabletop Simulator. Anything you can do. This guy needs to make more stuff. That's friggin' phenomenal. Very cool. All right, peace out.